Power. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to do my May wrap up. I didn't finish all the books on my TBR. I did mention in one of my vlogs, because I did like 4 vlogs this month or last month. I did mention that I pushed Percy Jackson to the side because I'm going to buddy read it instead. Um, and uh, and then there's 3 other books I didn't end up reading because I got sick near the end of the month. So I was just kind of laying in bed, not really doing anything. But here are the books I did read. I read Half-Blood Prince. Yay! As you guys probably know by now, I've been buddy reading it with 2 people, and we've been having a lot of fun buddy reading it. And we just finished the 6th book last month, so that's exciting. We'll be starting the 7th book this month. A little sad that this buddy read's gonna end, but very happy that I'm gonna reread the last book because it's been too long and I miss it. Though I'm going to cry. So there's that. I'm sure people who have read the book understands why I'm going to cry, but I'm going to cry. I already know it. I can't read the book or watch the movie without crying. So it's gonna be so much fun. But I love this. I was so excited to get to Harry and Jenny's relationship because they're my favorite couple in the books. I did realize while reading this that Harry and Jenny are my favorite couple in the books because you do get to see them more in the books because it's in Harry's point of view, and Harry himself didn't even fully realize that Ron and Hermione had feelings for each other until this book as well. So and then, but the movie, since they don't have to do it in Harry's point of view, we got to see more of Ron and Hermione without Harry as well, especially later on. And I love that. And I love Ron and Hermione's scenes, and I feel like because it wasn't just focused on Harry in the movies, that we got to see their scenes more fleshed out and better. So, but in the book, and then in the movies, you know, they didn't do Harry and Jenny's relationship justice, so there's that as well. So, but in the book, they are my favorite couple because you really see how fondly Harry thinks of Jenny throughout this book, and how you see him slowly falling for her, and he was so in denial for so long, and yeah, but while reading this, I figured out that they're my favorite couple in the books, but Ron and Hermione are my favorite couple in the movies. And then I read the last 4 books in Seekers. There are 12 books, and as you guys probably know, I've been rereading them, and I've been enjoying my rereads because I'm obsessed with this series, as you guys probably know. If you don't know, then you probably knew because I can barely go a video without talking about Seekers. Because I'm kind of obsessed. I would put Seekers on Harry Potter level. That is how much I love the series. And I finished it. So there's that. It probably won't be. I mean, I can see myself rereading this again next year because I am obsessed with this series. And then and then I read the first 3 books and Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel. Like I said, I was going to read this entire series, and I could have because I went through these 3 books relatively fast, like back to back. But like I said, I got sick, and then I didn't want to force myself to read when I was sick because I was really not feeling well. So I just kind of laid in bed and did nothing, and yeah. So those 3 books are gonna be traveled to this month. But yeah, I finished this series, or finished these 3 books, and I'm happy about that. I rated them all 5 stars, because they were really good, and I really enjoyed them. And they're so fast paced and so action packed. I mean, it's a lot of fantasy for people who don't read fantasy like I do, because that's like pretty much all I read except for Aaron Hunter's books, which is the author of Seekers. A lot of fantasy, there's just so much you have to, at least in series. I don't read standalones very often, so I'm not exactly familiar with fantasy standalones, but with fantasy series, when you dive into this new world, there's all these fantastical elements, especially if it's an epic fantasy, and then you're new to this world and you don't know how this world works yet, and there's also all this explaining to understand why this is happening, what is going on, and so a lot of times it can take till the middle of the book for the it to really pick up and to be amazing. I mean, Harry Potter did that because you had so much you need to learn. Um, and you need to understand. So it took like half the book for it to really pick up and be the amazing series it became. Um, so that's why I usually give a book, unless I really have problems with it for whatever reason, I usually give a book until at least the halfway point, because by then, if it doesn't pick up, I figure it's not going to. But this series, one thing I loved about this series, which I haven't really seen it done that much in fantasy, which I think more fantasy should do it. I might try to do it more in my fantasy. I mean, I did a little bit in my Jazz and Press series, but it the action started like pretty much right away, and then even though most of the characters on here is used to this fantasy world, the two main characters, well, two of the main characters, because there's like several main characters, two of the main characters, Sophie and Josh, are new to this. So it's like, so a lot of times we do get to see it through their eyes, like we did with Harry, because even though he was born a wizard, he was new to the wizarding world. And same with Sophie and Josh, they were new to this world. So we saw it a lot in their eyes about what's going on, about what all these things are. And so so because of that, but the thing is, they don't spend all that time explaining. They jump into the action, and then even after the action is over, they don't stop to explain. I mean, they explain some stuff afterwards, obviously, 'cause Sophie and Josh needed answers, but it's like you don't find out everything and it's done. And then it can just jump into the story. No, Sophie and Josh keep learning as the series goes on, and they keep being confused because they learn new things and things contradict itself, and so the action never really slows down, and they learn along the way, and it's just very interesting approach, and I very love how they did it. So definitely 5 stars for me. And that's what I read. I think that was all that I read. But I really enjoyed my reading this month, and I can't wait for next month to read what I have planned, which I will be doing my TBR next. So, oh, this is probably going to be coming out after the TBR. But yeah. So that is all. Please like and subscribe and comment what you read in May, and if you had a good reading month or not, and we'll chat below in the comments. Until next time.